Hello, my besties. How are you? Welcome to my DIY channel. I'm so excited for you to stop by because I got these fun tinsel decorations from Dollar Tree. They always put out so many for every holiday, but we like to upgrade them a little bit, right? Let's make them look so high-end that nobody can tell these came from the Dollar Tree, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. The moment you do, you become my bestie. And that way we're in touch. You never miss my video, okay? Let's get started. We are going to start off with the bunny, and he's my favorite with the ears out and a big carrot, but they have many other different ones. Here's a tag if you want to look him up. First, we have to remove all the tinsel. The carrot comes off separately with the hands. And I peel off the ears as well because I want to replace them with a ribbon. And I'm saving the mouth and eyes. I think they're so cute. Let's just get rid of all that orange tinsel as well. So here's the rest of the parts. We have carrots, hands, that Easter sign I painted black. I think it's gonna match better. And Tweety, leave that, you little thief. I don't think we're gonna need those little spikes all around the frame, so let's just cut them off. We are going to cover the bunny with this super soft microfiber cloth that you can find at a Dollar Tree auto department. For embellishments, we're gonna need different colors ribbons, whatever you like, whatever goes with your decor. In addition, you might want to use some yarn, feathers, eggs, whatever else your heart desires. First, we are going to take an outline of the ear. I want to cover it with this Harlequin ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It is one of my favorites. I have used it numerous times in the past. It gives me that MacKenzie-Childs feel without their price tag. So that's what I love about it the most. So we cut out the ear shape and we're going to attach it with the hat glue. We are going to cover the rest of the bunny with the soft cloth, and I think the best way to do it is just to use the corner, just like that. At first I wanted to save the hanger, but it's really in a way, so I'm gonna cut it off and later we could attach a wire if we want to hang this. So we are going to work in sections and use hot glue to attach the cloth to the form. We have to stretch the cloth a little bit over the form so it's nice and tight. I'm going to cut off the excess fabric so it's going to be easier to work with it. And we continue. You make sure that you cover every curve and stretch your fabric so you don't lose the shape. You can use some extra fabric to cover the back as well. We need to cover the little hands as well. Next, I want to outline the ears with the yarn. It's an optional step, but I think it ties the whole thing together. Next, I want to add some hair on top of Rabbit's head. And I know rabbits don't have feathers. I'm hoping to make the feathers look like fur. We used to have a rabbit, Oreo, and he used to have beautiful long hair like that. Oh, so cute. I hope I made it look like Oreo's hair. And now we are going to attach the mouth and the eyes. I know, Tweety, it's time to work on the carrot. And which ribbon should we use for that one? Ooh, orange polka dot. Perfect. Good choice. Let's wrap it up. The only thing, if you are using a patterned ribbon, you're going to have to line up your pattern. For example, the dots, make sure you don't have half dots in the middle or something, right? So we are all done here, and let me show you up close exactly what I mean. Are you enjoying this video so far? I hope you are. Please give me a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, hit that little red button. We are going to use hot glue to attach the carrot, and we are going to line it up exactly where it used to be. You're gonna be able to tell because the form is actually raised up over there. Then add the hands. I apologize for the picture shaking. Tweety, please get off my camera. Tweety? Tweety, you naughty bird. And finally, the word Easter. And of course, it's up to you. You don't have to attach it if you don't want to. I think it looks good here, painted in black. You recognize the MacKenzie-Childs designs by the contrast of black and white and also the vibrant colors. So I want to bring another color here, like this beautiful turquoise ribbon from Dollar Tree. And I'm just pulling out the top wire there to make a raffle. You had seen me do that for the bunny's dress, for example, or bunny's hat. Today we are going to make a ruffled collar for the bunny. Just hold the wire on both ends, ruffle up the collar, and tie it around the bunny's neck. Oh, so fancy! And as with MacKenzie-Childs designs, we need a touch of gold. So we are just going to make a cute little bow tie here. tie it with a piece of floral wire and attach it to the bunny's ear. Next, if you want to, you can attach a couple eggs. Of course, I'm gonna add a touch of gold and some teal. You know, I like to add a little cherry on the top, so a butterfly sticker from the Dollar Tree with a golden outline is a perfect touch over here, I think. I want to add a third egg over here, and I think the white one will be perfect here. It really bothers me, that line running across the glittered eggs, so I need to cover it. And I have thin harlequin ribbon, so I decided to glue that. And that completes my MacKenzie-Childs inspired design. I hope you like it as much as I do. Let me know if you are into MacKenzie-Childs, because I have other DIYs on my channel, whether it's upgrading cheap Dollar Tree bunnies or creating a beautiful centerpiece on the budget or a tobacco basket out of something from Dollar Tree. Always brings me so much joy to make something rich looking for just a fraction of the cost. So I'm gonna link all those videos for you in the description box below. And now moving on to our tinsel basket. What are we going to do with this one? Let's use the Dollar Tree nautical rope. I have the light one here. Please pay attention how many feet, because sometimes they sell 11 feet, sometimes 8 feet, 6 feet. So you want to get the best value for your dollar, okay? We wind up using about 24 feet here. In addition, we're gonna need some spring florals like pussy willow, lavender, cherry blossom. Also eggs. I found these beautiful eggs at the Christmas tree shop. They look like they've been decoupaged with some vintage pictures. I really love that. We will also need some color coordinating ribbon. As usual, we need to remove all that tinsel. We start off by attaching the rope at the bottom on the base over there, and we will glue the end underneath so it won't show. We will run the rope across and use some hot glue so it stays in place. And we will also use the little spikes on the side to help us hold it. All right, once the base is covered, you are going to cut off the rope in the back and glue it there. Just add some hot glue in between, make sure it doesn't separate. Next, I remove the spikes on both sides of the basket because I'm not gonna need them. I want to weave the basket up and down. We are going to insert a piece of rope over there underneath the bottom bar and then thread top to bottom. And make sure you hot glue that end so it stays in place. In the beginning, the rope is long, so it takes a while to pull the whole thing through. But as you weave, it's going to get shorter, obviously. So once you do the top row, you go back down, okay? Up and down, under and over. We will have to squeeze the rope over there underneath that bottom bar. Just pull it through under there. Okay, and now we are going to weave it back up. Just over and under, over, under. Very simple. You can't go wrong here. All right, we reach the top again, and we're going back, over and under, towards the bottom. All right, and back up. We want to fill that first section over there. You see the bars going across from top to bottom? We want to fill that section in completely. So as you fill that section in, you're going to be squeezing your rope to the side to make sure you squeeze as much as you can so you have a nice tight weave. You will notice that the basket gets wider towards the top, just slightly, but it makes the rope at the bottom harder to insert as it fills in, while at the top you still have a little bit more room. But regardless, I'm still trying to squeeze in one more row there. And as I reach the top, I'm going to jump across and go to the next section. And as I pull the rope through, you see there's still room over there in that first section. So just for that one run, I insert my rope there because I want to cover that gray bar over there. You see how it covered beautifully? So you do what you have to really to cover this form. And then I squeeze in one more row over there in the first section just to pull it all the way through to the bottom. All right, and now going back up through the second section. Okay, we are reaching the top and going back down. So just over, under, filling the second section. Okay, and we are reaching the end of the first rope. Looks like we have a half of the basket done, yes. And we are going to just thread it under the bottom bar and glue it there and cut off the excess. Starting the second rope, as you can tell, we have a little bit of space, especially over here at the top of the second section. So we are going to squeeze that piece over there, just like so. So we're going to cover that bar there. Let's just glue that piece underneath. And let's glue at the top over here to cover that piece. And once that's covered, I think we can go down to the third section and just continue weaving there. All right, going back up, filling in the third section. And you know the drill. Over, under, until you fill in the whole section. All right, once the third section is full, I'm continuing weaving the fourth section. Okay, and as we are reaching the end, I just want to show you, you want to squeeze in there as much as you can to finish this off. And pay attention to the other side. Make sure that both sides look symmetrical, okay? And like I need to pull that rope all the way through to the bottom, even though it's tight over there, but it has to look the same like on the other side. Okay, and we are going to pull it through one more time, back up, and that's gonna make it look exactly like the other side. Okay, and we are done. Let's cut it off and glue the end underneath there. The frame is still showing over here on both sides, so we're gonna cover that. Just glue on the edge over here and cover with a small piece of rope. And run it through the back over there and attach it right there. Okay, beautiful. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. All right, so bottom of the basket is done. Now we're gonna do the handle. We do not need that egg in the middle, so let's get rid of it. Next, I remove the little spikes that are on the egg, and eventually I'm gonna realize that I don't need them on the handle either, so you might as well remove them all. I'm going to start wrapping the handle, just attaching the rope over there above the egg in the back. And as I started wrapping the handle, I realized that those spikes are really in a way. so I have to remove them. And now the wrapping is very smooth, except that my rope will end soon. And I'm gonna have to start the third one. If that happens to you, just glue underneath, cut off the excess, and continue with a new rope. Okay, reaching the end, just adding some hot glue there and cutting off the rope. If you like, you can wrap the eggs, but I know I want to decorate the basket, so I'm gonna leave them as is. First, I'm going to make a bow and attach on one side, just pinching a short tail, making a small loop, another one at the bottom, and leaving a small tail. We don't want this bow to be too big because we don't want it to overpower the basket. Tie it with a floral wire. Just a simple bow. And if you have another ribbon, you can also attach another one on top of it. And just about the same size, just so you know, 4-inch tail, pinch, let's say 7 inches folded in half. That gives you about 3.5-inch loop. Again, 7 inches folded in half, 3.5, pinch through the middle, and I have a little bit of ribbon left over, but I'm gonna leave it at 2 loops and 2 tails. And just tie that bow on top of the first one. Fluff it up, cut the tails, and we are done with the bow. I'm going to attach a bushel of pussy willow underneath my bow, or you can take lavender, whatever you have, and zip tie it directly over there to the form, actually through that egg there. All right, fluff it up, and now we are going to add some cherry blossoms. My besties know my trick. I bend the stem before attaching it there. That way it sticks up instead of just laying flat. I'm going to add the peony in the middle of the bow. Next, I'm going to fill my basket with eggs. And you do whatever makes you happy. Some people like more, some people like less, so do what you like. I'm going to start off by gluing the eggs over here on the top of the old big egg form there, just to cover it up. Add another one on the inside. I need one more on top here. I think one more here, yes. Why not? I'm going to squeeze one more cherry blossom over here underneath. Next, I want to add a couple egg picks on the other side of the basket. So I'm going to utilize the lavender stems here. Just cutting off the flower, inserting a flower stem at the bottom of my egg, just like so. And we're going to insert that in the basket. And that little flower I can add somewhere between the eggs. We need one more egg pick over here. Use that lavender flower to cover any holes that you might have. Add a couple more stems and we are done. And I almost forgot we had the Happy Easter words. And I debated for the longest whether to attach them or not. I didn't want to cover the beautiful weave work. At the end, I decided to go for it and just add them in. I wonder what would you do? And that completes my project. I love the outcome, the shabby chic Victorian vibe. Who is into that style? Please let me know. And now with the leftover ribbon, I'm going to show you how I make a bow for Coco. I often get so many compliments and questions how I make her bows, and it's very simple. This leftover piece is about 5-6 inches. I fold the edges towards the center and glue them together, just like so. And then I flip it to the front, pinch it in the center, and tie it together with a small piece of floral wire. And that's basically it. You see this? This is about 2.5 to 3 inches bow. Once you tie it, you have the excess wire in the back, and you are going to grab at least 2 elastics. I always take 2 just in case one would break with time. And I thread it on top of the wire, and then I tie it up over there. So there's the elastic in the back, and then I bring the wire to the top. I cut off the excess, and I make sure that that sharp edge of the wire is on the top of the bow, not at the bottom. And then I cover it with a dab of hot glue and attach a flower on top of it. Very simple as that. You get a cute little bow that's perfect for your fur baby or even for your grandbaby. And you know, those bows cost a lot when you go to the store. Meanwhile, you can make them out of leftover ribbons and flowers. And let's just put it on my cutie. And if you like it, please give us in the comments this little ribbon bow emoji. All right, my besties, so this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me thumbs up. Also consider subscribing. That way you don't miss any future videos, okay? Thanks so much. See you next time. Bye-bye. No,